What up guys, it's your boy Chris coming back to you with another video. I'm here with Alex as well.
What's up guys?
We are actually going to talk about our predictions for the next community day after Charmander. We have a lot of thoughts, we've thought about it a lot and what movesets they would possibly have.
So the first one that we talked about was an obvious choice, and it's Snivy. The reason why we say Snivy is because usually every other month a starter Pokemon usually has a community day. But that pattern has broken ever since Piplup back in January, and then COVID happened and all this voting poll thing happened. So we thought that since we couldn't think of anything else and that there was a 4th year anniversary poster that included the Kalos region starters and Mega Evolutions, Generation 6 is coming up really close, and we think that, you know, in the month of November and a couple months of 2021, they're gonna drop in the Unova starters with their shinies, and we thought Snivy would be the best pick for that.
Obvious choice.
Obvious choice.
They always start with a starter, and it's always been the grass type first.
Yeah, so it's shiny, it's more of a teal color throughout its whole evolution line, and obviously since it's a grass starter, its charge move is gonna be Frenzy Plant, and I mean, there's nothing else to pick, you know, it's gonna be Frenzy Plant.
Alright, the next one me and Alex have talked about is Shiny Starly. It has a 3-chain evolution. Yes, Starly is, you know, not that big of a Pokemon, not a lot of people like him, but it's actually not that bad of a shiny. He's usually black, but for his shiny he turns completely brown, and so does his evolutions. The only difference on the final one is on his mohawk, the like half of it to the tip is blue. So it's kind of nice. It kind of stands out way better than a lot of the bird shinies, because usually they're just like regular old things. They don't have anything to stand out. This one actually does. The blue tip of that shiny is actually really, really cool. But for the movesets, we thought about it. It could get Steel Wing or Sky Attack.
Because it already learned Brave Bird, and so although Brave Bird's a good flying type move, we thought about Sky Attack being like a really, really good flying type move, because like Skarmory and Altaria and like Lugia and other of the legendary birds learn this move, so we thought about that. Another reason why we picked Starly is because there has been a voting poll speculation for months, and people thought it was going to be Bulbasaur, Execute, and Starly, and Magikarp or whatever, but since Magikarp already had a community day, there are only 3 options. And I think it's reasonable that they'll drop a voting poll if they were deciding to do that again, but with 3 instead of 4. And that's because nothing could be December, because December is going to be a rerun.
As usual, as they've done in the past 2 years, right?
3, I think.
3? They've done just a big 2-day event of all the community days, recapping it. If anyone missed it, that's their chance. If anyone didn't get enough, that's their chance.
Yeah, and we were thinking if they're going to do a voting poll in November, it would just strictly be the winner instead of a winner and first runner-up. And Starly was part of that group, so we thought Starly would be the obvious choice because it's never had a shiny before. And if we chose Bulbasaur, number 1, that'd be the dumbest mistake ever. And 2, if it did win, what move would it learn aside from Frenzy Plant and Sludge Bomb?
Probably nothing.
Probably.
That's the move. Nothing.
Nothing.
So the next shiny we thought about, especially since they have not finished Kanto shinies, there's still a little bit they need to do. It's a small group. It's not that big, but you know. Anyways, the one we thought about that has a 3-chain evolution and also would be really cool to see is Slowpoke. Especially since it has a Mega form that's soon to come out. This would help out a lot. Also, Galarian form, which also has a shiny. So they could possibly do Galarian release with it and its shiny form, or just the Galarian release on the community day.
It's funny how you mentioned the Galarian, because that was something we didn't talk about, but if you think about it for a second, the Crown Tundra is going to be released next Thursday, October 22nd, and we thought since the Halloween event was going to overlap it probably wouldn't even work. So we thought that Slowpoke would be dropped in November to celebrate the Crown Tundra in a way. And also, during the Crown Tundra, they're going to release Galarian Slowking. So I think this would be a great opportunity to drop Galarian Slowpoke, because the shiny for Galarian Slowpoke is so good. I personally don't like the Slowbro Galarian shiny. I think it
doesn't look cool.
It looks so pale. And then I saw a picture of Slowking, and I don't want to find out what a shiny is. But that would be a crazy new Galarian to drop, and it would be a first ever Galarian shiny in Pokemon Go. So that'd be pretty cool too. And I guess also they may focus on like an event before or after the Community Day in November to introduce Mega Slowbro.
But other than those shinies, Slowpoke from Kanto is actually a really cool purple. Slowbro and Slowpoke are both the purple shinies. Slowbro gets a golden brown Shelter evolution, whatever it is on his tail.
Anyway, so we thought about a move set for both Slowbro and Slowking, and we thought about Waterfall. And the reason why is because Slowbro has Water Pulse as a charge move, and it's not as good. And Slowking doesn't have a charge move that's a water type at all, because it has Blizzard, Fire Blast, and Psychic. So Waterfall would actually be a good fit. In addition, we thought that since we previously had Rhyhorn and Porygon that had evolutions that require items that you could find by spinning Pokestops and this and that, we thought that maybe if you were to have a research, you could definitely have opportunities to get a King's Rock to obtain to evolve Slowking for those who are unable to have King's Rocks. Another Pokemon that usually is featured during a community day is a pre-evolution of a pseudo-legendary or a dragon type that's super rare. And we thought about Gibble and Dino, and although they already have shinies, a lot of people request those because they just want to have community days. But I highly doubt that since they recently dropped Dino in August and Gibble sometime this year, they're not gonna drop those in a while. So as much as we want those, not gonna happen. But there is one dragon type that is rarer than the other two that doesn't have a shiny and does deserve a certain event to showcase, you know, out of the dragon types. This Pokemon also was not featured during the Dragon Week, and we thought Axew would be a perfect Pokemon to have a community day. Number one, Axew is rare. It's like, out of all the dragon types, it is super rare. Number two, I mean, even if you did get one, you need some like that are actually good, right? And number three, Shiny Haxorus looks sick. It's like black and everything. Shiny Axew and Fracture, Chris will tell you more about them, but they're okay.
When Alex says rare, he's not joking. They're in 10Ks specifically, and I've barely seen people hatch them. Super hard to get. I was personally lucky that one actually spawned down my street and actually had really good IVs. So I only have one. That was luck. Never saw it again after that. The shiny Axew and what's the second form's name?
Fracture.
Fracture. They go like a gray brown. It's more towards brown, but it's like really light. It's not like perfectly brown, but you can tell it's brown. And then around their neck, it's like purple. It's like a violet color. Especially Axew. Axew just has, the main thing that stands out is his purple collar. It's actually kind of cool to look at. But like he said, the final evolution is a lot cooler. It turns pure black and I think a little bit of blue, right?
It also has like a little red around the horns, you know. But dude, Haxorus looks like a beast. And we also thought about what the moveset that would definitely benefit Haxorus, because it does have dragon moves. They're not as strong comparing to Dragonite and Salamence. And we thought the obvious pick would be Draco Meteor, but it wouldn't hurt to have it like Outrage. I think it already learns Dragon Claw, but maybe Dragon Tail, I'm not sure. But the biggest one I think that it should learn is Iron Tail. And the reason why is because Iron Tail is a steel type move and it's good against fairy types because dragons are weak against fairy. So it would be very beneficial to have something like that.
Iron Tail would be a really amazing move to see in the game. I could see an animation and everything for it.
Well, it's already in the game.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah, Dragonite has it. There's like, I think Aggron has it.
So this last one we thought about is a very, very, very long shot on it. I brought it up to Alex. I had him give me his thoughts on this. But another Kanto Pokemon, or family as I should say, we don't have is Hitmontop, Hitmonlee, and Hitmonchan. But the way I could see them, if they would do it, is spawn Shiny Tyrogue as a community day. That would give us 4 new shinies. They are all amazing shinies. Tyrogue turns into like a dark, almost light gray color with blue pants. Hitmonchan turns green and has purple boxing gloves. Hitmontop, as Alex says, he references a
Rick Simmons.
Rick Simmons, and he does look like it. He gets a purple or violet jumpsuit instead of the normal blue he would have. And then Hitmonlee turns green.
He's a green bean.
Now, I would love to see this as a community day because that gives us 4 new shinies, and all of them are pretty nice shinies to me.
Yeah, this is kind of like with the whole Eevee thing. You know, we were able to have all shinies of all of the evolutions, and since there were about like 5 to 7 of them when they were out during its community day, we were able to just go and just catch them all, and there were 2 days for it. It was like a community day weekend for Eevee. And then with Ralts, I didn't do that one, but I could assume that people were happy to have different genders for Ralts. So this would be great to introduce another Pokemon during community day to give trainers an opportunity to have all evolutions with the shinies, you know?
And they also made it where if you're gonna evolve a Tyrogue, it will show a question mark, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, or Hitmontop. It's not just a question mark anymore. It will actually tell you what you'll get with the stats it has.
The biggest thing that really argued with me was that Tyro is not found in the wild. You can only find it in special eggs. But the thing is, we haven't seen Tyro in a long time in the special 7-kilometer eggs. So Chris and I thought that Tyro could potentially be found in the wild because we can be able to encounter Smoochum when it was out during the Longchamp event via research, and we could catch it. So we can just see Tyro as an exception to just catch in the wild for 6 hours or 3 if they decided not to do it this year. And another thing that I was trying to figure out was a moveset that would not only benefit, you know, the Pokemon, but at least to have one that all 3 evolutions have in common, because Hitmonchan's all about the punching, Hitmonlee's all about the kicking, and Hitmontop is a little bit more about the punching, kicking, and the spinning.
He's all of them.
He's all of them. He's like on top of them all. That's why he's called Hitmontop.
So Alex did a lot of research into what move they could give us.
Lots.
And the only move that stuck out that all of them can learn is Dynamic Punch.
Nope. Bullet Punch.
A Bullet Punch, thank you. Bullet Punch.
I'll take it from here. Bullet Punch, because Bullet Punch is a steel type move, and it's actually a quick move. And not a lot of Pokemon actually learn Bullet Punch. Because, I don't know, like Metagross is the only one that learns it, and I think some other fine type. I think probably Machamp. But Bullet Punch is also good against fairy types, and this is the only one that we could think of out of the 5 that is a fast exclusive move. Because there are some times where they could drop in a fast move, like they did with Seedot when he evolves to Shiftry and gives it Bullet Seed and whatever Magikarp had for Gyarados. But anyway, we thought Bullet Punch would be the best thing, and that was actually the only one that stuck. So, Bullet Punch.
Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell so you know when I upload all the time. But make sure when you click that notification bell to switch it to all, or you won't get any notifications. Also, go check out Alex's channel. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can go check it out. Other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Catch you later.